That's the Saturday Business Roundtable with Mr. Peter Anosike. My name is Chioma Innocent and I'm your moderator on the program for today. As always, it promises to be an enlightening session. Here we talk all things business. Mr. Peter Anosike is a business development executive with many years of experience. He has that wealth of experience that you just can't help but learn from. So we'll be here up until 12 when the world news will be coming up and you have a lot to learn. So stick around. The program has just begun. The next voice you will hear will be that of Mr. Peter Anosike, and we'll be talking something very interesting today. Very, very interesting topic. I know that a lot of people send messages and say how much they love the show. You will love today's topic as well. Today we'll be looking at advice to those who want to start a business. That is today's topic. What are the advice you give to someone who wants to start a business in today's Nigeria with the way the economy and every other thing is at the moment? So if you want to start a business, this is the right place for you to be. Here you'll be getting $1 million advice on what to do when you want to start a business. Welcome and good morning to you, Mr. Peter Anosike.
Good morning and good morning, listeners.
Thank you for coming. In case you don't know it, Mr. Peter Anosike is the he's talking about. So today we're looking at advice to those who want to start a business. And in today's Nigeria, many people have agreed that you can't work one job because of the need for money, because of the way the economy is at the moment. And a lot of people are actually thinking about going into different lines of businesses. A lot of people have asked the question, what business can I go into? Say if I have $1 million, what business can I go into that will fetch me returns on this, my capital? Not just that, with the current economic climate of the country, what will be the very first advice you give to anyone going into any line of business at all? What is the very first thing that a business owner should do when they decide that they want to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, Chioma, what informed this topic is that many people has been condemning me that they want to go into business, but they don't know what the business to go in. Some have said that they have so and so amount. Somebody said 400,000 naira. Somebody said
make that decision for themselves, the kind of business they want to go into.
Sure.
Make that decision for themselves, the kind of business they want to go into.
Sure.
For you is to give advice on how to scale that business to grow.
I don't make decisions for people. I'll just give you the tips on how to start a business. Then you will now make the decision for yourself. Because the business that appeals to me may not appeal to you. The business that I like may not be the one that you like. And there's no way you can succeed in what you don't, that what doesn't come from you. So when that call comes, I'll always tell them, if you want to go into business, first of all, passion for business is what motivates and drives the entrepreneur. Passion for business. That's choose a business that comes from you, that you have passion for. Understand? Passion is not universal. So passion is what makes you to enjoy the business that you are going into. If you don't have passion for any business, you will not do well in it. So my first tip, my first advice is always choose a business that you have passion for. That is always my number one. Go into a business that comes from you. Go into a business that resonates with you. Go into a business that even if you are not making money, you keep on enjoying that business. An instance, football, understand? Those people who are playing football, it is passion for football that makes them that to start it, and later money comes in. Understand me?
But the money comes in after the skills have been developed.
Sure. So those people, even if you are not paying them, they'll still be playing that ball. There are people who will sneak out of the house There are people who will send to school, they will go and start playing ball. Understand me? It's because they have passion for football. Then when they become good at that, money comes in. So they are not playing ball just because of the money, but first because of the passion. So whatever you choose it because of passion. Then when you develop it well, money will start coming. So that's why passion will always come before money. Passion should always come before money. So if you are somebody who is interested in going into business, first of all, look for the business that you have passion for. That is number one. But remember that entrepreneurship is a journey that requires preparation, dedication, and a lot of determination. I used to tell people that getting into Harvard University is a difficult thing. But succeeding in business is 10 times more difficult than getting admission into Harvard. Getting admission into Harvard University is not easy, because when you rank universities in the world, Harvard is number one. But getting into Harvard is not easy. Understand me? But succeeding in business is 10 times more difficult than getting into Harvard. So the only thing that makes you to succeed in business is that passion. That's why passion is number one.
So when you have passion, even if business is not going as it should,
you keep on pushing. Passion is like a woman having a baby. Understand? That woman will do everything in the world to make sure that that baby does not die. Understand me? That's how business is. If you are into a business that you love, you do everything in the world to make sure that that business survives. As you are sleeping, you are dreaming of that business. Even if where your business is opens by 8, you wake up by 5 and begin that to prepare because you have passion for it. So in business, passion is number one. So those who want to go into business, the first thing that they should consider is, what business do I have passion for? What business do I have passion for? That should always be your number one question. Then, when you choose a business, I have passion for fashion design, I have passion for selling shoes, I have passion for selling foodstuffs. Then, when you make that a decision, this is where my passion is. Number 2, know the market very well. Number 1 is choose a business that you have passion for. Then number 2, know the business very well. Before starting any business, it is crucial to understand the market in which you want to operate. It is very, very important that you must understand the market that you want to operate. If you don't understand the market, go into that business with 1 billion naira, it will disappear. If you don't understand the market that you intend to operate, go into that business with 1 billion naira, that money will vanish and you will not succeed. So carry out detailed research on that business. Get to know your competitors. Identify opportunities and threats in that business, and understand the behavior of your target audience. This is very, very key for those who want to go into business, and even for those who are into business. First of all, know the market very well. Understand the market that you want to operate in. Mike Adenuga said before he go into business that he will want to understand the nitty-gritty, the secret of that business, because if you don't do that, it is very easy to be hoodwinked. It is very easy to be deceived when you don't understand the business that you are going into. So, number one, choose a business that you have passion for. Number two, understand the market. Know that market very well, because every business has what is known as trade secret. Every business has what is known as trade secret. If you don't know the trade secret of a business, you will never succeed in that business. So you have to do your market research very, very well. Do your market research. Understand those who are going to be your competitors in that business. Identify the opportunities and the threats in that business. And then understand the behavior of your target audience. The people that are buying, that are going to buy from you, you must understand their behavior. If you don't understand it, you will fail. You must know the behavior of those that you are going to sell. You must understand the behavior of those that you are going to serve. If you don't understand it, you will fail. Understand? This knowledge will allow you to make more assertive decisions and develop effective marketing strategies. Then, number three, have a very good business plan.
A very good business plan.
A very good business plan. An instance, if I choose that I'm going to do a particular business, I'll ask myself, what and what do I need to have before I go into this business? That's number one. Number two, what and what do I need to know before I go into this business? This will now help me to draw my strategies. If you don't have a strategy, you will not succeed in business. So, number one, go into a business that you have passion for. Number two, know the market very well. Number three, have a business strategy. You need to have a business strategy to succeed in that business. Now, number two, you have studied the market. You have carried out a detailed strategy. You have known your competitors. You have identified your strengths and your weakness. You have understood the behavior of those that you are going to service or to sell. Number three then is have a strategy you must have a strategy to achieve number two. What and what do I need to have to succeed in this business? What and what do I need to know to understand this business? That's to do well in this business. This is what will now become your strategy, your business strategy. Then number four, invest in training. Invest in training. Continuous learning is essential for any entrepreneur.
Invest in training of oneself as an entrepreneur or just employees.
No, you yourself, you have to impact on yourself before you impact on your employees. You can even be that's a sole proprietor. That's a one-man business. Understand? You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in learning. You have to train yourself to do well in that business. You have to add a lot of things in yourself. You have to remove a lot of things in yourself. An instance, if you are a hot-tempered person, understand me? If you are a hot-tempered person, it means that you are not good for business. So you have to remove that attribute of being hot-tempered. If you are a very proud person, it means that you are not good for business. So you have to remove that pride in you. I know that to do well in business, humility is the key because you are going to serve. If you are proud, you cannot serve. Because business is all about service. You are going to serve people, so you must be humble to serve. Which means in training, you have to remove a lot of things from yourself, then you have to add a lot of things in yourself. You have to first of all evaluate yourself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? An instance, if you are not a good listener, you cannot be a good business person. If you are not a good communicator, you cannot be a good business person. So these are the qualities of somebody who wants to go into business. Understand? So if you are somebody who will not listen very well, you are bound to be making mistakes. That's a customer don't like to be interrupted when he's saying something, which means you must develop that ability to be a good listener. You also have to develop the ability to be a good communicator. And this is what I mean by investing in training. You have to invest in training. You have to train yourself. And in training yourself, you have to remove the bad attributes that will not make you that to be a good service person. Then imbibe those attributes that will help you in your business because you are going to deal with people. The most important thing in business is the customer, not the product. The most important thing in business is the customer, not the product. Without a customer, you don't have any business. So your training will be on how do I make my customer happy? How do I make my customer to be making repeated purchases? This is what you are going to train yourself to be doing. And when you are able to train yourself, you can then train your workers, that those who are going to work with you. This is the direction that we are. Your network is your net worth. Business is all about numbers. The world is all about numbers. God created this world in numbers, and who has more numbers wins. Today, local government election is going on in Rivers State. The party that has more numbers will be declared the winners. The candidates that have more numbers will be declared the local government chairman. So in business, the person with more numbers controls the market. So to have numbers is in your network. The more network you have, the more numbers you have. So as a person going into business, you must invest in network. When you have more networks, more people in your network, you sell more. That's how it works. When you have more people in your network, you sell more. As I said, business is all about numbers, servicing your numbers. Even in football, the team that scores more goals wins. That is numbers. So everything in the world is about numbers. In school, the student that scores the highest mark wins. So the world is all about numbers. So you should be investing in numbers, which is what? Network. When you have more network, you sell more. If I have 1,000 people in my network and you have 500 people in your network, I'll be selling more than you. So as you are going into business, you should be thinking of investing in network because it is very, very essential. Connect with people who can add value to your business, such as, understand me, customers, suppliers. Networking can also provide opportunities for learning and exchanging experiences. Now, if I'm into shoe selling business and I have a network of people who are in that business, they will be giving me tips. They will be giving me latest information. They will be telling me where I'll be buying my materials cheaper. Understand me? So these are the advantages that you have when you invest in a network. Then another thing, strict financial control. Strict financial control. The word in business is try to be frugal. In business, you must be watching your operation cost.
So you have to spend less.
You have to spend less
and try to make more.
Understand me? You have to be watching your operational cost. If your overhead cost is high, your profit will be very low. But if your operational cost is low, your profit will be high. So these are also the areas that you will be looking at if you want to go into business. How can I use Neto to earn more? How can I use Neto to earn more? Your overhead cost, you should try to make it minimal, using a minimal for maximum. In philosophy, we call it minimalism. Minimalism. And that's what makes countries survive. Nigeria is failing because we are not applying minimalism as a policy in our government. When you apply minimalism in anything that you are doing, you will succeed, because once your operational cost is low, your profit will be high. So, as a businessman, you should operate a strict financial control. Have strong control over your income, your expenses, your investments, and your cash. Understand me? You have to try to be controlling your expenses. Then another one, being resilient and persistent. Understand? Business is not like 100 meters race. It is full of ups and downs. Business is full of ups and downs. So you should be persistent and should be resilient. Today, the owner of Alibaba, said that today is bad, tomorrow is worse, but next tomorrow could be sunshine. That is how business is. Today is bad, tomorrow is worse, but next tomorrow could be sunshine.
So one shouldn't go into business with the aim of making profit immediately.
No, you cannot go into business with the mindset, I'm going to succeed immediately. Every new business must struggle. Every new business must struggle. Nothing begins to work from the beginning. So you must develop this mindset that as I want to start a business, I'm going to struggle. I will not succeed in the first 1 year or even 2 years. Even in business is like farming. There are seasons for sowing and season for reaping. You cannot sow and reap at the same time. It doesn't happen. You cannot sow and reap at the same time. There's time for sowing and time for
Saturday Business Roundtable with Peter Anosike. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm the host and the moderator for this morning, and we're giving advice to people who want to start a business, not just in this better. There are certain things you need to do before you start a business, and that's what Mr. Peter Anosike is talking about right here. In a few minutes, we'll open the phone line so that you can call us up, and if you have any questions or if you have anything to chip in into what's been discussed this morning, that the phone lines will be open for that very, very soon, in about 8 minutes at 11:40 a.m. The phone lines will be open. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Just go over to the YouTube app, type into the search bar VOP 903 FM, and you can get to watch us live and direct in the studios. To those watching already, I see your comments. Thank you very much. So we're talking advice to business owners. For many people, right, they already know the business they want to go into. They already tried to get the requisite training. They have prepared themselves to be business owners, but they can't seem to actually gather the capital needed for the business to start off. For those who are finding it difficult to get capital for business, what can they do? I know most of the advice we've been giving are for people who are ready, people who have the capital but just don't know how to go about it. But what about people who have done all of these things but capital is the problem?
Now, there's what we call in business vendoring. An instance, somebody told me that he he wants to start baking bread. Understand me? But that he don't have money to build a bakery. I told him what he should do is to first of all start sending from bakers. Do you understand me? First of all, become a bread vendor. When you begin that to sell, now two things are into this. When you become a vendor of a business that you want to go into, you'll be making netto profits, and you'll be getting customers. Now, the guy that told me that he don't have money to build a bakery, I told him, start by becoming a bread vendor. Go to those who are already baking and start connecting from them and sending. You'll be making netto profit and at the same time getting customers. So when you are sending to people, you are building a relationship and asking them questions. How do you see this bread? Understand? What is your impression? Do you like it or not? From that, you are getting knowledge that you are going to add when you raise enough money to start your own business. My advice to people, don't borrow money to start a business. You can borrow money to expand a business, but don't borrow money to start a business, because if you borrow money, you end up working for the person that you borrow that money from. Because you are going to have a problem trying to balance paying debt, solving your own problem and making a profit. It cannot work. But if you say a business that is doing well, you can borrow money to expand the business, because you already have customers out there who are waiting for your product. But for starting a business, there's what is called bootstrapping. Bootstrapping, starting a business without borrowing money. That's why when I go out to teach people, I tell them two things. Start with what you have. Whatever you have, try to start with it, and from where you are. That is from your house, which means you don't need that to start paying rent. You don't need to start hiring workers. If you start from the frontage of your house and begin to do it bit by bit, you are getting customers. People are getting to know you. An instance, if you want to go into a restaurant business, you start cooking from your house, selling to people. Those going to work going to school and so on and so forth.
You're saying there's always a way to start small for any business at all. you
In
want to
any
do.
business, it's advisable to start
Let's say it's
small.
someone that wants to sell selling spare parts.
You can start from being a vendor. Understand me? Start sending that thing that you want to go into.
So that way they'll build a network.
You build a network. People will begin to know you. It is easier for you. Understand me? It is easier for you. You are building a network of customers who will be buying from you when you start. So let me go into that food business. Somebody who started cooking in front of his house or her house. People that are eating. From there, somebody who wants to do a party, naming ceremony, wedding can hire you. From there, people are getting to know you. When you now get money from that, you can now go and rent a shop. Do you understand it? So every business you start small and grow with your business. That is easiest way. That's when people are talking about, I need 10 million to start a business. I say no. That business that you want to go into, start as a vendor. Begin to sell that thing. Begin to service that thing. From there, you'll be serving and be growing with it. Then another advice is always take good care of yourself.
As a business owner.
What I mean is that take care of your health. You have the two most important things in the world are health and two most important things in the world. Health. But you have to be healthy to become wealthy. So if you are not taking good care of yourself, if you are not healthy, you cannot succeed in that business. So in going into business, you must make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. You have to balance personal and professional things. Understand me? Health comes first. You have to be healthy to do any other thing. So if you are not healthy, you can never be wealthy. So when you want to go into business, as much as you want to succeed, you should take care of yourself. You must be healthy. Taking care of yourself, I don't mean enjoying yourself, but taking good care of your health. So take care of your physical and mental health. Set aside time for rest. Maintain a healthy relationship. If not, that billionaire that you want to become, you will not achieve it. That millionaire you want to become, you will not achieve it. So it is very, very important you also, as you want to go into business, to take good care of your health, of yourself.
Okay, it's 20 minutes before 12 noon, exactly 11:40 a.m. here. The phone lines are now open. Call us up 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of this conversation. It is the Saturday Business Roundtable right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM with Peter Anosike. 0700 903 903 903. Today we're talking advice to business owners, what you need to know before starting a business in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, before starting a business anywhere in the world. We have our very first caller for the day. Hello there, welcome to the Saturday Business Roundtable. Good morning. All right, give me a call back, 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Hello there, good morning. Welcome to Saturday Business Roundtable.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Moshodi George calling from Accra, Ghana.
Welcome, Moshodi George. How are you doing today? So, do you have a question for Mr. Peter Anosike?
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
When he talks about the SWOT analysis, and maybe, Africa, we normally have competitors around. So how do you go about that, the threats and we have strength, weakness, opportunity and threats. So about opportunity and threats, how do we go about it? Then number two, how can we come into bookkeeping? When doing your business, how do you bookkeep? How do you make account? especially for sole proprietorship that he talks about. Then finally, when it comes to indigenophobia, ethnocentrism, why is it that we normally leave our people and go and patronize outsiders? I care to know about that, especially like building and other things. We don't value our people. We don't value our things. We prefer to value.
How so? Do you mean Nigerians would rather buy foreign products?
No, they should buy their own product. They should patronize their people. Why is it that they normally like for example, Nigerians like to go to Togo and bring in Togolese to come and build house for them. Just like tell us. So why is such thing happen? How can we get that network that he's talking about? Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much for your question, Oshodi George. Please stay tuned. You get the response right about now. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of these conversations. 0700 903 903 903. Are you holding your thoughts on that question? Let me take one more call.
Okay.
Before we go ahead. All right. 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of this conversation. On WhatsApp, yes, you can send a WhatsApp message to 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. Hello there, good morning. Welcome to the Saturday Business Roundtable. How are you doing today? What's your name and location?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your question?
Professor Losite, I thank you so much. Question is educating many minds people who are out there to succeed. So I really appreciate the specific on God is blessing him, empower him, guide him, giving more insight, more wisdom to help the people who want to succeed. So in regard to the last caller, he said that the Nigerians don't like calling Nigerians to build their own house. Most times familiarity actually contributes familiarity or taking things for granted. Because somebody you know something, somebody who knows you too well. Because they take it for granted. They think they are fine and they're using the opportunity in giving. Most times people are avoiding it. Most times people don't want it. To build that in good. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for your call.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I want to start with the third question. You don't mix emotion and business. Understand me? You shouldn't mix emotion and business. For me, all I want is result. Understand?
So if foreigners or outsiders will give results,
and whoever is giving me that result is what I want. If I want to build a house, understand, and the Ghanaians are better builders, I'll use Ghanaians. If I want to sew a shirt and somebody from Niger sews better, I will use. So you don't mix emotion with business, because putting your hand into your pocket to pay, not Nigerians. So you make use of what you see that will give you result. In business, result is the most important thing. And no matter who is giving you, where the person is giving you that result is not important. In the United States today, Indians are the most prosperous people. Understand me? Because they have that dedication, they have that determination, and the Americans don't care where you come from, provided you will give them that result. So for me, some people may not be happy with it, but all I care for is somebody who will give me the best result. Then, what was his first question?
That was the caller that called before.
No,
this one.
the guy
that called before the last one.
Yeah, from
that he just like he said, he asked a question on why people don't like patronizing their own people. That was the third question.
He asked
He asked about 3 questions. Yes, he also talked about the fact that, right, like in Nigeria, what kind of business can you actually do that will be prosperous?
That's, as I said, what I give are the tips that will help you to survive in any kind of business.
Okay, 0700.
Business must be driven by passion. So I cannot, it's just like me recommending a husband for you. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be part of the conversation. You can also send a message or call us on WhatsApp 0817 175 6338. Welcome to the Saturday Business Roundtable. Good morning.
Good morning to Peter.
He can hear you.
Yeah, this is Monday.
Welcome, Monday. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Oh, God bless you.
All right. Do you have a question for Mr. Peter Noske?
Yes, the question I want to ask, the way he put it, I love the way he explained everything. But I want to ask somebody that have 100,000, 50. Let me put it that way.
150,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking what business you can do with 150,000?
Yes, and he's doing supplying business, like he's supplying snacks or granules with bottling. And he's doing it in 1 year. He's not seeing improvement. How can the business grow? I want to ask, how can it put more effort on it?
Okay. Keep listening. All right, you get a response to that question. He said, "How can one use 150,000 naira to scale a snacks business? Say someone that supplies granules in bottles, someone that does that bakes finger snacks, or that does all those finger snacks. How can they scale that business with 250,000?
Now,
they already do it.
Now we are talking about trying to reduce your overhead cost. Understand me? Trying to reduce your over. I say, we are talking how to touch. Are the principles here? Use the least to achieve the most. Now, those products, there should be where you can buy cheaper than other areas. Understand me? Let us start with your products, with your raw materials. Where do you source them? Look for where you can get it cheaper. Look for where you can cheaper. Look for, if you are using people that to do something for yourself, try to see if you can be doing them by yourself. What you are using, always think for an alternative, of a cheaper alternative to what you are doing. But you must not reduce the standard.
Okay.
Understand me? An instance, if I'm using if I'm chartering a bus to deliver my product, what if I just enter that's a normal bus, pay a lesser price and deliver it? I have saved something. So always be thinking, how do I do this in a cheaper way? Let that always occupy your mind. How do I deliver this product in a cheaper way?
Okay, let's go back to what the first caller asked. Unfortunately, we can't take any more calls because of our time. Once you answer this question, we'll have to go, as it's about 9 minutes before 12 noon. That's Oshodi George, who called from Accra in Ghana. Part of his questions was about bookkeeping. Say for someone who is doing a sole proprietorship, how can they handle bookkeeping? And then he also talked about the SWOT analysis. How does one know their opportunities and their strengths with other competitors?
One, that's why I talked about market research. That's knowing the market very, very well.
That's in regards to SWOT analysis.
Yes. Knowing all the market very, very well. Knowing your customers' behavior. Knowing who your competitors are. Knowing the reason why those who are buying from them are buying from them. And then thinking of how you can do better than what they are doing in that particular business.
What about bookkeeping for an entrepreneur who's a sole proprietor in his or her business? How can they handle bookkeeping?
Any business without a proper inventory cannot succeed.
So you hire an accountant? So do they hire an accountant?
You don't hire an accountant. You cannot pay an accountant if you start a new business with a 150 that's the way that to go about it. Track every of your expenses.
So what's coming in, what's going out, how much you spent on purchasing raw materials, how much you spent
everything
on packaging.
Should be on paper. Everything should be on paper. Track your expenses.
So that at the end of the day, the entrepreneur knows what the income is.
That you can just look at it and know whether you are making profit or not by looking at the papers.
Instead of hiring an accountant that a small business cannot
afford. A small business cannot pay an accountant.
Okay. So let me take comments from WhatsApp. So the English, the guy from Ghana mentioned SWOT analysis, indigenophobia, ethnocentrism. Please, can you explain what it means? George from AJ City. Those individuals. Okay, Mr. Noskemi, I can recommend the husband for Chioma, Peter Osi for Wiki. Why do you hate me so much? I mean, what did I do to you? Say these individuals are lonely. They need company so that they will stop causing trouble everywhere. So I'm the best troubleshooter or what? Is that what we're talking about? Please, we're talking business on a Saturday morning. You're talking about these things. Is that what we're talking about? Please. I don't like this kind of things. On YouTube, we have Seraphic Media saying, Dr. Peter Noske, I greet you, sir. Remain blessed for your selfless mentorship. Owabo Felix says, nice one. Richard Wanko says, greetings, nice job, Mr. Noske. Instead of you to send questions for us to answer for you on how to scale your business, you want to give me a husband. It's 5 minutes before 12 noon. Unfortunately, that's our cue to leave the studios. The world news comes up shortly. So we've been talking a lot on the advice to business owners, and the very, 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 very first thing to do is to know the business you want to go into.
Passion and number one.
Passion.
Then number two,
you know the business you want to go into. When you have a passion for a business, then you already know that this is the business I want to go into.
Then know it very well.
For people
Study it.
who don't even...
It's syndrome. So people that do that don't succeed. You don't go into a business because it is doing well now. Go into a business because it comes from you. You have passion for that business. There must be something that wakes you up at night. Understand me? There must be something that you are, when you are doing it, even when you are not being paid, you keep on doing it because you love doing it. So just expand it, turn it into commercial, and money will start coming.
3 minutes before 12, we need to go. We've been talking on the advice to people who want to start a business, and I believe you've learned a thing or two. If you'd like to reach out to Mr. Peter Anosike after this session, you can head on over to Instagram. He's at Peter Anosike77. At Peter Anosike77, you can also send your message to our WhatsApp line 0817-175-6338. If you'd like to purchase his book, you can head on to Amazon, or also send a message to our WhatsApp lines and we'll respond to you. You want to add something to that? All right, you can also send a message to us on WhatsApp right here, 0817-175-6338, and we will surely respond to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do stay tuned. The world news at 12 comes up shortly. Mr. Peter Noske will be back on your airways from 4 to 6 p.m. for the recap later in the day. Have an amazing Saturday.